let's take it to the G-Tech, because
Oh, blimey.
there really was only one story here. It was after the 8-month ban, the return of Ivan Toney. The main man was back. He was not only was he going to lead the line, he was going to captain the team. Thomas Frank talked about he's mentally in the right place, he's physically in the right place. He's so important to the team. Brentford team, 5 straight defeats, things not going well.
Really,
I'm in problems. And, I think we all believe in Thomas Frank and his coaching and the way the football club work, but they were in a bit of trouble, Rob. Toney comes back. Toney scores a goal, laced with the controversy. Brentford win. Happy days.
Happy days. And fair play to Ivan Toney. We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
But fair play to his conditioning, by the way, and his energy and his drive and his passion to get back.
100 minutes he played with injury time.
I don't think we thought he would go the whole... I know he's been playing practice matches.
Yeah.
Practice matches can be, will be way down on the tempo. And I heard an interview and he said, yeah, they are. But you get out what you put in. So he must have run his socks off in these games to get... That's some condition, Rob, to be like that and be that effective.
Well, he's obviously taken all of his frustrations out on
his training, probably, yeah.
And put it all into that. Because I had a press conference the day before with Thomas Frank, and he said, he can do the full... Someone said, you're looking for an hour out of Toney. He went, no, he'll do it. Said if adrenaline and everything else doesn't get to him and start to affect him, he said he'll be good for this.
He came over to the US in this band.
Yeah, Nashville, and he went to Nashville and somewhere else. He was doing strength and conditioning.
Yeah, and finishing training.
He brought
a finishing coach with him.
Yeah, who used to do the England national team.
Right. So fair play. Fair play to get to be that ready, and I think he owes the club a little bit. They've been without him for 8 months of something that he did. The fans have backed him tremendously as the club, as the manager, and everybody else. So,
but he actually looks like a good guy, Rob, as well.
He's
important to the club, isn't he? Yeah. Big personality. Looks like gets on in the dressing room. He's a bit of a boost. We've all had him in our career, haven't we? Regardless of what they do on the football pitch, there's a few people who you need in your dressing room.
Yeah, he's gonna make a difference.
Tony's the man.
Yeah, he'll make a difference. Let's get to the free kick, Rob. We'll get to Forest. We'll mention Forest after this. Wow, this free kick and what he did in it has really split opinion like I don't think I've ever seen, actually. And the social media side, the former players, the
I don't
pundits.
think we've seen anything like this. Probably why. In all the time, I've never seen anything like this.
Let's start this off, Rob, by saying what we've done in games, okay?
Yeah.
And whether you call it gamesmanship, sportsmanship, trying to gain an advantage, professionalism.
Yeah.
There's a kind of a line here, and the far end of the line is cheating,
correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And we've all done things like nick a bit down the line to throw the ball down,
of course you do.
Push people out the way for a free kick, which
move
I've
the ball
done.
a bit closer,
Move the ball a little bit closer,
so,
and a few things to get a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah.
And I think for me, I did it, and that's like that. There's a little wiggle room. That's what we're saying. They're pushing the boundaries of the law.
It's professionalism, Rob. You're in professional sport.
Yeah, and you push the boundaries a little bit.
As far as you can.
This, for me, was not okay.
You think this is over
This
the
is
boundary?
Going over the line when a referee draws a mark on the field where this baller has to be, or very close to it, and you have it seemingly a couple of players that talk about it. One talks to the referee, the other player picks up the foam. First moves the ball a little bit, then he picks up a foam. Ivan Toney, has the ball, and he picks up a bit of foam and moves the phone to a different place. Then moves the ball again. He moved the ball twice, the phone once, and that gave him a little window. And there's arguments about what Forest players should have done, or the goalkeeper, Rob.
Right,
but there's no question. Moving that ball gave him a much better chance to score.
Correct.
And in my opinion, right, first off, you shouldn't do that as a player. It's too far of what we just talked about on that line. And second off, the Forest players you thought would have complained about it or lined the wall different.
By the way.
But other than that, the refereeing and my goodness. We've got cameras. We've got more than 20 cameras at games.
So is it not on them rather than the player? And I don't disagree with the majority of what you say. What I would say, Rob, is we all do what we can in that circumstances to win a game for our team. I've had a situation. I remember we played Manchester City at home. Ball got played into the box. I went to head it, and it hit my hand and went in. And, well, we know that you can't score a goal with your hand, and I'm looking at, now, am I supposed to go up to the ref and say, sorry, ref, it hit my hand, it went? No, I cheered, I ran off, I celebrated, I heard the guy on the tunnel say Earle scores for Wimbledon, and now you could say that's cheating or not. But
we're on a line here. We're on a line.
Okay, and you think that's okay? That line's acceptable
on something like this.
If you'd have had if Ravanelli had done what Toney did for Middlesbrough to score to keep you in the Premier League the year you went down, what would you have said to him after the game? Would you have said, Rav, I think that's a bit over the line, or would you have said?
I might have said that. But I'm taking it because
of course you
I want
to. And that's what I think Toney is. I think you have a right to say, no, I'm not in, and I'm an observer and I'm an analyst. I don't like it, but maybe if I was playing, I do.
Yeah.
But that's different. But can I also go just to another point where I think Ivan Toney's copped a lot of different opinion, and some are okay. I heard Alan Shearer, the great striker, say, take advantage, absolutely no problem with it. But what I'm saying is, it looked to me, and I said to you, that Jensen went to Toney, Jensen went to the referee, the players knew. So the players knew it's been rehearsed. If it's been rehearsed, it's been coached. If it's been coached, Thomas Frank.
You're speculating that.
No, I am speculating. I'm speculating, but I'm telling you what, that just didn't look like that was Ivan Toney doing it on his own back. There's others involved. Jensen looked like he went across and did the whisper and then went to the referee.
Yeah, how about moving
the ball?
And maybe Toney thought, you know what?
I've
got foam here. Maybe I should move that as well.
Correct.
2 points.
Okay.
Back on your cheating, deceiving referees and all that. I think we're absolutely on the same page, and most former players are and pundits are, of diving as being an attempt to deceive the referee, Rob.
Yeah.
It's an attempt to deceive the referee. Now, in some parts of the world, that's seen as a skill. For the majority, we don't want it in the
flipping
English referee's
game.
job is hard enough as it is.
We
see diving in the box as cheating. We want it eradicated. It's a yellow card. Now, isn't this the same sort of egregious way of trying to gain an advantage? They deceive the referee, Rob. And just let me finish on this point. The referees, we as former pros and pundits, we slaughter referees sometimes about how they do their job. They're incompetent. They make bad mistakes.
Yeah.
My goodness, if the job isn't hard enough as it is, and you're going to have players that kind of deceive him, move things without him, my goodness, it's hard for a referee to do his job.
To that point, refereeing is the on-field referee, the two assistants who are there, and VAR.
Agreed, 100%.
And so between
100%.
the four of them, if they don't get it right, Rob, I have every right to score the goal and celebrate. Now, if VAR comes and goes, he's moved that and he's moved the phone, you've got to take it back, then I'm okay with it. I don't think Ivan Toney's... The cheating thing, I think, is a bit too strong.
You call players cheating for diving in the box? Do we call them cheats for diving in the box?
If they dive, because I haven't. Yeah, exactly.
I just think it's a little bit on that, right?
I see them different. I see the two different.
And I understand that. And
I think if the Wolves lined up properly, if Forest do a better job, there's lots of reasons how that went in there.
I just don't think we can say it's okay for a player to flip and move
home on a ball. I'm just saying, I don't know.
What next happens, like, there's, if a golfer moves a ball an inch, like, to get it's not okay. But I feel stronger that VAR has got to stop that. Yeah. And it's like, hang on a minute, let's retake it from the correct position, whether he gets a yellow card for unsporting conduct, probably.
Yeah.
Though again, this whole VAR, can they even do that? I don't know if they can even do that. So it's a restart. So it is complicated. And listen, I respect everybody's opinion. I'm just saying, for me, the main thing there is, wow, we have so many cameras. Surely that just doesn't feel right. I see Nuno Espirito Santo. Think about the Forest players, by the way. Think about that. They've given away 2 points there, and the fans there with somebody moving the ball to make an easier shot into the corner.
By the way, get your goalkeeper to line your wall up, and even if he moves it, he can't bend it in there. But listen, we'll agree to disagree, and that's part of the great thing about this game. It's about opinions.
Of course it is.
But yeah, Forest got... Brentford got the goals. Neil Maupay with a lovely finish that gets the winner. Nottingham Forest will be obviously disappointed with that goal, but under Nuno, Rob, we've seen change, haven't we? We've seen improvement. And I know Steve Cooper had a great relationship with the fans and the players, but things have moved on since he left.
They really have moved on. The team looks very different to me, Rob. I saw it after like a couple of games, actually. Much more emphasis on playing, having a bit of a go. They've got some good players. They're missing quite a few, obviously. Gibbs White is a big miss for them. Yeah. They're much better. I got notes. I got notes here about how they played really well for big periods of the game. There has been a big improvement under Nuno Espirito Santo. The possible points deduction for the financial, that's a massive worry. Yeah. That's a massive worry about what that might bring. Now we're hearing and this is speculating a little bit, that the financial, they weren't that far away.
So it might not be
fair,
that big.
To be fair, Everton weren't either.
Yeah, no.
But it might not be as many as I don't know. We'll see. There's appeals to come.
Yeah. They've just got to amass as many points as they can between now and that case, and they're finding out.
But they contributed to a really good game of football. When you see Brentford versus Nottingham Forest, maybe you don't think it's going to be fun or exciting. It was all of that, and particularly from the 90th minute onwards, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Chris Wood's a great example actually of improvement. I think it's 4 goals now in 5 or 6 appearances under Nuno, and getting the best of him and getting some service in. You know what you get.
Yeah.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock. And be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you there.